can lead to his demise. 2v1, Alpha Esports Lee's fighting here. Turret gonna get set on up, and he kaboo! Next he sees you. 1-0 for RRQ.
Always in the right place, and to what surprise, RRQ get the opening pistol round once again. Very decisive take on that A side, taking the heaven control, walling on off. Now Jin rather able to get the kill before falling on back, but still not enough for them, and the fact that they couldn't break that wall anymore meant that their only real avenue at that point was to go through screens. Could not force at least some heaven control, and at that point it's going to be so difficult to even get that plant on off. Alpha Esports Pro, easy round given over to RRQ, but they really need to step things up here, go for a full eco, and really come back hard on the gun round.
Yeah, you almost never have to say this about Alpha, but that was one round where you just mentioned you just have the windows. You set up so well already with the C's, you get the decay, but losing out like that removed Jinsanti from the equation. And he has been having struggles here in this series so far. Get it back on the way and live the fights for another few seconds. Put the eco, as you mentioned. That's pretty much the state here for Alpha Esports. The only one with the gun is Ching, and at least a challenge now is looking to get thrown towards the long. Well, then again, Gelias moving forward. Ching though with the one for a second, doesn't get it there. Draxi shooting Jin, and it's a corpse that drops rather than the raise. All left now to the Fade as well as Chris M.
One enemy remaining.
RRQ, they have set up their stations. They have set the foothold towards his B sites. And Alpha Esports, nary a whimper to the night here. Spotted, seen, and slain. Suga with the final kill. Everyone gets on the board for RRQ. It's 2-0 off the races yet again for them.
Great rounds here won by RRQ. Mostly flawless, on that round, but Alpha Esports, they need to get this round back. They can't really beat around the bush anymore. If they start to give up the momentum once again towards RRQ, then this could already be a done series, even only from round 3 or 4. And so we know Alpha, they can come back, but that's not the position they want to put themselves in, especially when they don't look like the Alpha Esports Pro we saw from week number 1. So really a lot riding on this gun round. I know it's round number 3 and round number 4 then after, but it is extremely crucial for them, mentality-wise, momentum-wise, to equalize this 2-2 here at the opening round. So I said opening twice. That's like double opening.
Double opening. So it's like 1 door, 2 door, big gate. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I open my normal door, this is an open door. But if I open my garage door, where you need to fit the car, right? It's a double open door.
They say love is an open door.
Oh, whoa. But my heart is closed only
why
to
are we
one.
going that? Isn't that like a good thing?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. I thought of it another way. My bad.
It's Frozen.
It's Frozen?
Yeah, if you haven't got it. That song, you know? The girl
Let
sings.
it go?
Yeah.
Let it go?
No! Love's an open door, bro. It's literally in the title, bro.
Your song choice is too old for me, old man. We're getting young again as the promo fight here. Again, Sandy though hopping around and Draxi will slay him. I don't think that's the best call there for the Fade, but RRQ, they have a chance to set themselves well up from heaven, but Jin at least having the angle. Jing also fighting by the billboard here. Jin gets 2, but the overrun is true. Draxi, Tuge get on site here. Mexi looking to go for the closer hold towards screens. More predictable right now. Alpha Esports walking into their own demise. Perhaps 3 of those surviving the bullet. Able to get that kill. Draxi though finishes the job off. All left to Chris M now. And we've seen him become a bonus factor here for Alpha Esports. Can he step up to the plate yet again like in other series? Answer looking to be likely, but Tuge will deny him of that glory. Bonus is won instead by RRQ, and it's all Rex we can come for now.
We know that this is one of those maps where the defenders do have some sort of statistical advantage in winning halves, and if this continues on, this is already looking like a bad sign. I mean, it already is, but could even be a worse omen if RRQ win 5 rounds from now. They're probably going to take this anti-eco of theirs, but then on after, they win another round, and this could already be, done for Alpha. They have to step things up. They're on the defensive side here, and Jin has been really showing up, but the rest of Alpha not exactly landing their shots as we normally have seen from them. Struggling here so far in week number 2, and it's continuing to look true for the meantime. Entry on towards this Bravo site. RQ No real problem to try and get himself on the back. But Jin, great shutdown with the Spectre. He crosses on over. But the Trailblazer catches him off guard. Chris M, good trade frag, but 3v3 is left here for either side.
As it stands, Alpha Esports not the best buy. Stinger in the hands of Ryu. Basically, Nico's stake by this point here for Alpha Esports. And RRQ setting up yet again sightlines in their advantage. Cyber Cage there, Rabbit though with the res. Lockdown gonna get used up here by Alpha Esports. But RRQ, are they gonna pull the trigger and decide to go for the rushdown instead? He is standing though, finding the frags anyway. He will get 2, he will get 3, and it's easy pickings here for Giansanti. But Nexi shuts down the hope again of Alpha Esports with the ROG clutch. RRQ making it 4-0.
Oh, a bit of an overheat there. Still good eco coming in from Alpha Esports. But at that point, Youngjian, when you see it's a 2v1, just pull back, bro. You have the lockdown. You don't have to peek after it. You got 3. I know you're feeling. I know you want the clip. But really, discipline is what has been catching Alpha off guard. Because they have the mechanics. You see this. Look at this individual play that he secures here. They have that control. They have the spike down, but still goes on the uncoordinated peak. That's why RRQ tie things up. And look at this timeout called by RRQ. I like this timeout of theirs. Recently, in times, it's been gaining more and more popularity in the recent years where after winning a bunch of rounds is when you call timeout so that you can continue what has been working. You can talk on over why you've been winning those rounds and really keep that pace up. So Alpha, they get a bit of a breather here, which could help them out in the end as well. But RQ, I think this is still not a bad call.
No, I agree completely with this timeout, but for different reasons. That round was very iffy for RRQ. If Nexi just wasn't as disciplined as he is and didn't save the day for the team, Alpha would have stolen that away after the Giansanti 3K. And you can see it there that for Alpha Esports, they know what they can try and contest. Jin there, just a small hole basically beside that smoke where he can play the aggressor, surprising the RRQ push. And for RRQ, they knew that was a spike that wasn't even put down. That was a very, very contended round. And they want to keep up this momentum and keep shattering the possibilities for Alpha Esports to make that comeback. They need to clean up their attacking side even more so, even if they're up 4-0. So alarm bot now gonna get triggered. Alpha Esports ready with the guns this time. And Jin is there ready with the push to get that takedown. 10 HP, does the 360 to back on away. And so RRQ, they will already retreat from the shadows, even from Draxi, to establish a foothold. Ching trying to play the patience, couldn't get the takedown though. Slow Orb now gonna get thrown, preventing Alpha Esports from peeking too wide. As it stands, RRQ able to set themselves up towards that A site at least. The Mad Dash allows the post plant to happen, but the Nightfall is there. And look at Ryu as well as Jin coming in for the round, contending here. Boom Blood gets a takedown. Giansanti gets 2, but Nexi again. Oh, so sexy. 3 right now. The intel is coming. The showstopper's there. Whoa. And it blows up Nexi right in front of his face. Jin with a 3K2. Alpha Esports this time make the other angle work and get around on the board.
And good showstopper just to make sure they've secured the round. Blind shot and connects on the Nexi. But man, he is so deadly, so dangerous in those scrambles. The fact that he's on the Cypher allows him to make those type of individual plays where he plays around his utility and really locking things down on from. Look at the collat there as well to secure the triple. Man, oh man. What a close round once again from RRQ. When they do lose a round, they make it very, very tight, not allowing Alpha to really build up too much momentum and as well as keeping their economy in check. Now, Alpha, not even a full buy coming on here as you have Chris M on that Spectre. Luckily for them, map like split, very close quarters, tight angles, ones that the Spectre can utilize the mobility with. It's an alarm bot here to try and keep him at bay. When they do come on in, though, this eco from RRQ. We've seen them convert these rounds, Dax. Can they do it again?
They even have that Hero Spectre on Kelly S, so perhaps extra bit of aggression. There's a big chance for RRQ to get momentum here. Kelly S gets 1 kill. He has a showstopper. So really, Jin, hold the line steadfast. Be as consistent as you've been in your Alpha Esports career. And shut down that race because that's the priority target right now. But Alpha Esports needs to look for a Trailblazer though to start things off. Here comes Kelly S going through actually, and he kills Ryu. Now, there we have the setup into the knockdown. Kelly S will get the 2 that they need. Jin still brawling though versus the Seekers. 2 get this time jumping away, and RRQ they assist that they're not gonna deal with Jin. They go away and they go to the side to establish the foothold that they Shady just drops down to get the drop on Kelly as Batu get ready in the trade. 4v2 scenario. 1 HP left next to the decay. 2 get able to back. Christem though and Guy and Santi.
Player
They
standing.
are trying to prepare themselves, but Christem is already caught. Guy and Santi versus the world. Can he go insane yet again? Can he come in clutch for Alpha Esports Pro? It's looking too deadly though. A device strategy made by RRQ, and they get the execution as succulent as possible. 5-1. It's all RRQ again.
Man, you saw he even sprayed at the proper, rope that they were going to come up from, but still RRQ so proficient. Kelly S, man, so much value
crazy.
he finds. Yeah, just blast backing his way in from Evan all the way to the side. Showstopper changing the channel and gets a second follow-up kill as well with the Spectre. So yeah, that one hero Spectre just changed the course of the round.
I was predicting it, but I didn't predict him to avoid Chin completely, man. I was like, okay, this is gonna be Raze versus a Raze, 50-50, right? But he does it even better, gets through, gets the surprise onto the 2 on site, and then from that point on, RRQ, they just clear out the landing zone for the rest of the roster. And this is where you can really see the intellect of RRQ. They can just bring out the most incredible, intriguing things on the map like Blitz and show off why they've had such a good run so far on this map. And case in point right now, Rabbit able to still stay alive. A lot of sustain. Trailblazer! Someone needs to get an anti-rabies shot after that one. Jin gets mauled by the doggo there. And it seems like RRQ gonna give that Trailblazer a Scooby snack later on, because that's such a tasty kill to start things off with.
And this is where you see really the veteranship of their R&D department and, the back end here of RRQ coming to play, because that exact same idea where you just have the Raze completely bypass Heaven and go directly into Hell or into the site was something they weren't able to shut down as well, Alpha Esports Pro, when they were playing against Southbuilt yesterday on Split. And taking that same idea, really seeing that it is something that Alpha struggle with is one of the best things about RRQ. Here they go, though, almost close, but nah, it's up to change. This is a done round.
Draxi got mugged. Draxi got mugged there. He was just watching for Heaven, and suddenly he gets hit by the 1-step, 2-step shorty. Alpha Esports, they get quite the chuckle out of me, and a quite kill, but Ching, that's many people. And RRQ will hop around like rabbit when they can. They will push forward, and like a swarm that can consume, RRQ are just gobbling up Alpha Esports right now with these rounds. 6-1, but man, RRQ just putting a flag on this map completely, making their namesake be known, and it's just absolute territory time and time again for RRQ. Alpha Esports, a few moments to give them hope, but they just get shattered by the likes of Nexi and really Kelly S out of nowhere.
Timeout called here by Alpha Esports. They're the ones to use the final timeout of this half this time around. But yeah, RRQ, man, just so proficient in those anti-ecos, and even in their ecos especially, to really secure the round. Alpha, they look lost, man. They look pretty scrambled. I'm not sure if it's mental or just them really not hitting anything right now, or maybe tired. Who knows what other exterior factors they could be, but no excuses can be made when you're in the VCT, because they have to perform here. The tournament life could be, well, it's not necessarily on the line as the same way it is for RRQ, who is a series down in the standings, but still Alpha, they do not, security. If they get stuck here on 3 wins, that could spell dicey things for them in the long run.
We've seen it happen, especially last stage. Bren Esports, they were at the top of the scoreboards for week 1, and coming into week 2, it just all falls apart. And so there is that bit of a reset that you can get between the 2 weeks of the group stage. At the same time, well, some of these squads, they can go for the anti-strat. Some of these other squads, they can feel that they need to bring out something a little bit different for RRQ, though. What's been working has just got even better and better. And Jin shut down by Rabbit to start things off. No second chances for Alpha. No Sage under competition. Well, Rabbit has the res. Nano Swarm, though, to get in the way, but Nexi even wins all the way on the other side of the map. RRQ are just dueling Alpha Esports right now. And they're the ones who have thrown the gloves off and have been slapping again and again the members of Alpha here. Left now to Ryu to hold towards B-side as Gian Santi. So all the way on A tower. The Rapid is ready, unlike Ryu. The timing is perfect. And unfortunately for Alpha Esports, they're stuck in daylight savings because RRQ, they're in sync at the right time zone. And look at this, they want to go for more. Rabbit is feeling absolutely hungry right now. Gian Santi, he will fight for the squad yet again. Here's the one, but no second kill whatsoever as Kelly S will crouch the bullet and get the takedown. 7-1, RRQ again establishing dominance.
Alpha Esports, man, just completely shut down time and time again. And the fact that this is happening with them on the defensive side here and they're going to be attacking second half is not a good omen of things to come. They really are on a scramble time and time on over. We see there that RRQ, when they decide to put their foot down, they're just do not alleviate the pressure in any sort of way. Now, Alpha, we haven't yet really seen them be the Alpha that we know, wherein like on an eco round they go for an aggressive push like this, which is, yes, as advertised, finally what they're going for. Could increase their chances, especially if they get an opening pick here, but good job by 2GE to kind of, oh my goodness, drone them on out. The Trailblazer counter flash as well to try and get the peek here for Rabbit. Doesn't really get much good, but Jin's trapped. There's nowhere he can escape towards. This should be a quick and clean round here for RRQ 2v5. There's not much left here to live for.
Just a raid again. Look, Alpha Esports, very popular team. Probably had a meet and greet one day, and they gave RRQ a signed copy of the playbook by this point, because this has just been read and read again and again by RRQ. Chris M, though, nice surprise at least. Okay, a little bit of hope here for Alpha Esports, but that hope gets kind of snuffed out by the res. Sure, he got the kill, but what's the point? Oh, we're here now, ready. Oh, Chris M, though! Chris M! Okay. I'm looking to be a believer. Let's believe in the Alpha Esports stream. Whoa there, Chris M. This is why we've been talking about you in the head-to-head. This is why we've been talking about him, really, in some of these theories where he stepped on up, and at least a moment like that reminds us that Alpha Esports at the fights still gonna be there, but Chin gonna run into a wall in the most literal fashion, and he's now gonna get spotted here. Turret is available at least to help him out. Kelly Esto will challenge early on, couldn't find the timing to peek him. Ching in cover, at the very least to stay alive for now, but 1v3 set up yet again by RRQ. Ching looking for isolation plays, but it's so difficult because Draxy's over there at the rafters. Anytime he steps out to the window, that will be his demise. So a save is forced, and RRQ again with the round. At least, though, some moments of brilliance from Alpha Esports, but they need to condense that into a win. And the exit, Draxy, you're dead. Why did you do that? Next, Kelly, yes, you're dead too. Do not scoff at the efforts of Alpha Esports. These guys will fight for those exits tooth and nail. At least, though, RRQ has a lot of money, so they can afford it. Yeah, that's what happens if you don't respect them, but they have been giving Alpha their due respect when the round still did matter. And Chris M, we talked about him during that head-to-head, as we talked about, because he has been really stepping up, one of the most improved players we've seen here on Alpha Esports and the circuit in general, as compared to when we last saw him in the VCT. Unfortunately for him, he's been having a bit of a colder series here today, but RRQ, at the very least for Alpha, they burned the res here of RRQ, which could help them, but Kelly S still just shuts Jin down. I don't know why he was doing that. Unsupported, unguided, and just no real reason to showstopper. Oh my goodness, Kelly S manhandling the attack here versus Alpha Esports. He just owned this name already because he is owning the competition with his push. Nightfall comes, he and Santi trying to change the player back, but RRQ, they're the ones golden right now in similar color schemes, but different fates. And also praise the son of RRQ because Tuga is there to wipe Alpha Esports Pro out of this map yet again. 9-1, RRQ just piling on the points here, and Alpha Esports nary an answer to stop them, really. Yeah, I don't even know at this point what they can do. Like, there are some... Well, actually, no, I'm lying. There are some glaring mistakes here being done over by Alpha. Like, you saw there, as I talked about, why is Jin just going there unsupported? No flash, no nothing. No stun, no recon, no yada yada do. And then knowing that they're going to come barreling down his corner, why is Aryuryu so far forward as a solo breach? What really are you going to do, bro? You can get stun, you can get flash. Things that make me just wonder, where exactly are Alpha in their heads right now? And, you know, what exactly are they talking about in those timeouts? If not, hey guys, just chill. We're on the defense. We don't have to do super aggro plays if it's uncalled for, but that one was called for. found the time. He found the Jun and Jin! He finds the 2 even! 2 gets so low. Did they just line up for him so quickly? And, well, enough is enough. Jin and Gianzati has said Ching is right there too. And Alpha Esports, you know, defense is a suggestion. Let's go for the offensive instead. A flawless win for Alpha.
Last round in the half.
Change up this station because, well, the last channel, it wasn't working this time. That was good for Alpha Esports.
You heard me mumble it to myself, Dax, there real quick. Where I'm like, there you go, because you see what the difference there is? He had a flash. Wow.
Did you see that though from Jin? Left him on.
Yeah, what spray control? And you know, that's the thing. Alpha Esports, they have the mechanics to make this work. They are one of the best mechanically gifted teams in general, especially those 2 entry players that they've got. But just the lack of utility, sometimes lack of discipline, and how they execute that has been what's been killing them. Because when it comes to the 1v1 duel, they are more than likely to win it. But the thing is, if you find yourself in a even fight, in an even battle, then that just means you have bad tactics, because you don't want to have to win the difficult fight. Even if you can, you want to give yourself the easy bout, and that's what Alpha has to try and mitigate time on over. That round was a bit better for them, but they have to continue that on and maybe get that 9-3 half.
Yeah, the utilities to remove the 50-50. Alpha Esports there as a team, strong on the 50-50, strong on the shot, and Gianzati now able to flex out his muscles as he has gotten warmed up with a judge. The rifle making his mark, and the fade looking to go for more. Can he just scare off the competition from his own lawn? Tuget though will find the fade, but the damage has been done. 4v2 scenario. Alpha Esports now scrambling to go towards that A site. Tuget though finds Jin, and he wants even more with the guiding lights in, so he leads the charge with that. Nano Swarm bringing a bit of damage. 4 line is there, but Tuget not gonna be good enough to fight off against Ching, and Ching will be great there for the round at the end. 3 for Ching. Better late than never for Alpha Esports. Can they use this momentum moving into the second half as they won 2 in a row for now?
Okay, good last 2 rounds of Alpha.
Just like, hey.
Okay, I mean, I'm not diminishing what they've done, right? And if there's anything, the caveat here, at least on RRQ, is that for Alpha, the last 2 rounds is what they won. And why am I specifically pointing out the fact that it's the last 2 rounds? Because even though the economy obviously won't transfer on over, that momentum can really help. And we see many times, where teams do struggle in that opening half, no matter what the odds, still come back in the second half because they win at least, the last 1 or 2 rounds of that first half and continue that momentum into the second. There's any superstitious bone in the bodies of Alpha Esports right now. They're going to have to completely believe in this curse, but sometimes calling out the curse just nullifies it, so blame me.
Why'd you greet it, man? Don't say it. Just let it happen. But Alpha Esports, they need to...
I have a question.
Yo, sure.
If I do that, but knock on wood, does it mean that the curse nullifies into a truth once again?
I don't know. I don't think you're the type of curses people, honestly. We know Ray in the Filipino broadcast for sure. Like the ultimate curse in more ways than one. Who else is kind of cursed between us? Not too much, really. Maybe
in different ways.
I was thinking Astra and Raph, maybe, but it's not really them. It's just Team Secret keeps making overtimes happen, and they're the ones who have exclusively cast Team Secret from basically all their matches so far. So
what's our curse, Dax?
Our curse is
Tech?
What?
No.
Tech? I mean, technically, but nah.
Technically?
Technically, but nah, I don't think so yet. I don't think we have a curse yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine, but Alpha Esports, they need to believe in some good juju here, basically. These guys need, well, to heat on up. Honestly, last 2 rounds we've seen very brawly, very alpha-oriented, very alpha offensive, really, and it was RRQ kind of running into the 50-50s we were talking about, giving chances to Jiki and Santi and Ching to pop off. Ching again. Ching has been low-key consistent also for Alpha. He has found these games where Alpha struggles, but he's still top frag because of him staying alive and finding those small assessments. But it just needs to be one solution right now from Alpha Esports. Go forward and let Jin lead the charge. Enable this guy the way that they wanted to do on Haven a while ago. But Nexi, he'll get 2! Everyone distracted! Find the dart, and Nexi already, so stellar at sliding in and out of the garage like that. No Neon needed. The Cypher will get the job done. 9-3 still for RRQ's lead, but just because of that, Alpha their hope for a better pistol round right now gets completely demolished, and RRQ deciding to advance, deciding to go for
remaining.
broke. Nexty already with 3.
Spike down
Kelly is
mid.
there too. Nexty wants a 4th and give it to him. Why don't you? A quad kill for Nexty. We are just casting his highlights out here right now, and a flawless win by RRQ again.
He's 2 away now from his ult. Such a powerful ult when you do have it in those scramble rounds. And look at this. I was expecting him to do that with a frenzy, but the fact that he gets a double with a ghost and backs off safely without nearly a lick of damage was just completely I guess, it sucks the life out of Alpha if you're in that case. Like, what do you even do at that point? I'm just dealing with a turret here, bro. I'm dealing with a camera looking at me. The dart stuck into my foot, and yet I get tapped.
Everyone's trying to pull it off his shoe, basically. And then while that happens, the paranoia connects, a dynamic duo from the two who came from the Empire. But now RRQ, their kingdom has been split, and is looking even better now with the guns in hand. Alpha Esports, can they make it to the site? They're trying here, but Nexy again will challenge. Ching, though, at very least with a good answer. But Raxi, of course, will go there to where his comrade has fallen to get with a find on 3. Chris and Ching, the only ones left. Jarrett's in hand. They're trying to set up a pinch here, and they're getting the frags that they need. Alpha Esports! At least the hot shots are there. Their hands feeling the weight of the scoreline. Kelly is fly high to different heights and to different sides. Blows up Ching by the default. All left now to Chris M. Kelly Esto, can he ascend to a different stratosphere? Yes, he does. It's just an astronomical effort from the Rays, and Kelly S does it again for RRQ.
He's just way too good to lose those situations. Blast backing all the way to Pillar. What a play from this man. Just absolutely no fear. And the ROG clutch secured by Kelly S himself. Man, oh man. Great effort there from Alpha, though. And who knows how things could have gone. They won that round, but RRQ just... They're feeling it right now. When you see these multiple clutches that they're pulling off when the odds are against them, that just speaks to how much they're really on fire as of the moment.
Could have been great for Alpha Esports, but Kelly S, master of B-side, man. The blast packs were perfect, the paint shields were perfect, and it really saved RRQ's bacon there. But now, problem is for RRQ, they lost too many people there to the hands of Chris M and Ching. And we will continue on with Alpha Esports and their escapade. Still a chance, especially as RRQ isn't on match point yet. Still a chance with the rifles. And from that mid control, they go towards that A site. Vent site now being cleared. Kelly Esto prepared here with a Spectre this time. And Gian Santi and Jin looking to lead the charge yet again with a crossfire. Trailblazer though out in the open for Dugan. But Kelly S will use the distraction and the sacrifice to get the double kill anyway. Clocks both of the entries here basically for Alpha Esports. But Alpha deciding to set up another station all the way on the other side, an expansion here towards B. And they're creeping on forward with the spike too. Nexy though, still prepared. Rapid gonna be around, but Nexy! Smooth of a shot yet again with the Sheriff. Rapid also with the sustained neural tap to give the intel. And in space, no one can hear scream and B side. Nexy will move on around. It's Rapid though, trying to go for the wraparound. Ching running for his life. 2v1, but Rabbit gets close. And RRQ, they have faced their fears and they have faced Alpha well. They're now on match point.
Heavy match point here right now for RRQ's favor. And Alpha Esports Pro, man, they just seemingly, I don't know, the water drained out of them. Balloon over there is losing air and quickly sinking. And that Spectre, these SMGs are so rightfully used by RRQ. It's absolute perfection. They know that mobility and keeping that range of engagement as close as it can be is going to increase their odds, and that they do. Look at how much they try and close the gap, or at least hold the closer angles before actually engaging. They know rifles abound. It's hard to fight with, but here up close, Kinsani gets sprayed immediately on 2GE. RU Rio doing the same exact thing. They have that 4v3 advantage, but the weapon's still not in their favor. Guardian, 2 Spectres is all they got to work with, as well as that Bulldog. Rabbit trying to dip it out of the fight, though. If he finds the timing, no, he's gonna get shut down, rightfully so, by Ryu. And this is looking like a final round here for Alpha to start their comeback from.
Chance here for Alpha Esports. Next, he looks to chance. Straxy with a paranoia. And here we go again. The Pioneers of the Empire fighting. Next, he almost gets it, but Ching will support the squad and keep Alpha Esports and their dreams alive. No sweat, no problem. Alpha Esports can get a bit of confidence after that round. I feel like, though, for RRQ, a little too hasty in wanting to finish the job off, and you can't do that against Alpha Esports. You show any weakness, you show too much overambition, they will punish you. And at least for Alpha, they're still there to fight, but that was as close as can be.
Man, just yeah, it was very close, very dangerous, honestly, for Alpha in that 4v2. Proper paranoia. A timeout called here by Alpha to really discuss things over. Now, some of their final opportunities to do so. Look at the economy here. Even though they win that round, Dax, they still don't have much to work with. Not a single ultimate here ready just yet. Now, they do have 3. At Nightfall, at Rolling Thunder, and the Cosmic Divide, a single orb away, but they actually have to secure that orb in the first place to get it used. And at that point, which do you prioritize? I'd wager they're going to go for the Rolling Thunder here to really be that oppressive force and hopefully get Chris M a kill so that he can use his Cosmic Divide for the post plant on after. But it's going to be very difficult. Easier said than done here for Alpha, who've been just struggling to get real map control if they don't just start, snowball ahead.
Alpha Esports make or break moment. Pretty literal because RRQ is in match point. But if they win this and can get some ultimates to keep on going for the next few rounds, then there's still a chance for this comeback to happen. You have Gian Santi, you have Ryu, you have Chris M, they're all 1 away. Maybe some orb contention can help them out. RRQ, will they contend with the Spheres though? That's the question. In conjunction perhaps as Jin now inside the smokes. Get right in front of them, but they are just completely unaware of the presence. But now, a brawl forced out as the anticipation of the star is there. Chain of Ryu with the takedown. Next, he will get one, but Chris M will just wrap that one up neatly. And Alpha Esports can call it a holiday as they are gifted with 2 ultimates for the next round. So, good stuff for Alpha. They're still alive. There's still some fight in the squad.
And rounds here, 5-12. Still a long comeback to go, but every hike towards Everest starts with that first step at the very base of the mountain. And Alpha, this is one of the tallest hills they have to climb. And to crest over that is going to take a Herculean effort to make it to the top of Olympus. They do have some utility to work with here, and the Rolling Thunder is going to have to come in crucial, but look at this hold here coming from RRQ. They're ready to try and fend this off. Paranoia connects. Drax able to TP himself out. The Trailblazers are connecting as well. They know there's Rabbit here towards that help position. That's where he's going to still stay. Jin, great frag. Trade coming from Draxi. Rabbit doing the same thing. 3v3 as 2 picks apiece are found by either side here. Dax, Jin holding off on Kelly. Yes, smoke dissipates. Right timing here for Alpha Esports Pro. Still cannot get the plant down. They bring it to a 1v3. Have to secure the round here. Draxi going for the play. And Gian Sandy closes it down. 6-12. They cut the lead in half. But this is still a long way to climb. They do get something going, though.
Mistakes are being made here by RRQ. They're ending up in these positions that they have to challenge Alpha Esports, and clear sight lines, clear skies, and clear shots to hit. Alpha Esports, that's their guarantee. Ching, though, past few rounds really has been stepping it up. I have to give absolute props to Killjoy because he is hitting the prime targets, the prime times. Of course, Jin, you know he's going to be making that space, but Ching has been so stellar at keeping Alpha Esports calm as much as possible. You know he's shouting right now for the squad to pump them up, but when it comes down to it, he's the one who's so reliable here for Alpha. RRQ, though, on an eagle state 2, get fighting Jin to start things off. Gian Santi, though, now pushing, and we have a little bit of the high for Rabbit. He's just so cheeky in this little hole here. Ryu, though, will get the trade. Chris him on the board, but Alpha Esports, they still have to be wary. They need that space. They need that timing. Ching almost getting caught out here by Draxi and Kelly S, and it's still the remaining members of RRQ with guns in hand. Spike, though, not planted as of yet. There's hesitation right now for Alpha Esports. They have the ultimates available now. And it's RRQ dropping down to fight them back. Draxi, though, on the board. Chris M finding Kelly S. 1v2 scenario. It's the Omen throwing out the smokes of Paranoia here. And we'll see right now if the dark cover can basically help out. And still, again, a different angle. Draxi can utilize cover, though, for Alpha. Into the backside they go. Ryu. Does he find the Omen skulking around? And unfortunately for Draxi, his wild ride ends there as Ryu will stab him in the back. 7-12, Alpha! They're rallying here, man!
I don't understand why he went for the B main angle. He should know that that smoke's about to dissipate, and realizing that it isn't even planted for B main in that case, but I guess he was banking on them maybe utilizing the Rolling Thunder to force him off the plant from B main if there ever did come to that. Still, they've got a cushion to work with. Alpha, you said though, Dax, they're rallying here and they're getting their pit stops to really keep them refueled. RRQ calls a timeout. They have a gun round here to utilize, but this could be Alpha continuing their momentum. Now look at all the ultimates they've got to throw at RRQ, but RRQ have got some to fight back of their own. They give up an opening pick, they can still get the res up online as long as it isn't Rabbit or that player isn't too far deep. And Draxi can TP anywhere he wants for information or just repositioning if it ever does come to it. It's going to be incredibly useful, especially looking at how much CC ults basically you have here on Alpha Esports side. You got the Rolling Thunder and the Lockdown. So if Draxi's anchoring in the site and he gets too much pressure, he can get the hell out of there and live to fight another day.
Yeah, there's no blind there from Draxi. He did try to blind the opposition from sidelines, but Alpha Esports, good know how to stab, good know how to listen for those cues, and at the very least, Alpha Esports is still fighting here. There's still a chance for Alpha. It looked absolutely desperate a while ago, but these rounds are a glimmer of hope. It hasn't been too scrappy, honestly. Alpha Esports have been very secure in some of these round takes, and at least they're still able to build up that economy, build up enough for players to buy guns for each other, because if they lose one more, they're out of this series. Lockdown though to start things off into the corner on the other side of the Cosmic Divide. Interesting enough. Spike even being planted here as Chris M will be there for that duty, but Alpha Esports, they made space, they got to detain RRQ. Has to respect it and back away for now.
Waiting on here. 5v5. Look at this retake. Rabbit low HP, but he still gets a kill, even with everything coming down and bearing upon him. Jin has to go big, waiting inside his Ben's position. Post plant has to come in crucial, not even finding a single kill. They double drop into the Ben's and they get the kill. Kelly has finding two though. Gian Sandy holding them back, but he gets traded immediately. 4v2. They have the Rolling Thunder to utilize. Get out, throw it right down, and Ryu, it's the proper time to do it. But Kelly finds him, and that's it. The round is done. Series 2-0 sweep for RRQ as they take it over Alpha Esports Pro.
The overheats after the lockdown. The ambition there by Alpha Esports, blinding them and dooming them to an unfortunate end. RRQ, they just set it up so well. They hang back.